Because, of course, it's not just that the government needs to sanction this. There is also substantial amounts of funding that needs to be secured. And the private public mix of that is always a bone of contention. Frankly, nuclear is expensive. How are we going to pay for it all?
Well, it isn't expensive. It's the cheapest electricity that's currently on the grid comes from our existing fleet. The reason for that is because they're power stations that are towards the end of their life. The capital cost has been paid, and they're now generating electricity which is sold into the grid at £45 a megawatt hour, which is much, much lower than the current market price, or the market price has been for a very long period of time. So it's not that the electricity is expensive, but what uses a lot of capital is the construction. Nearly all of the money associated with nuclear power plants is in the construction and getting them built, getting them done. And that's where the tricky issue has become around the financing mechanism. The regulated asset base, which has been legislated for and will likely be used for Sizewell and other projects, both does two things. It reduces the cost of capital because revenues released during the course of construction. And secondly, it opens up to a greater pool of capital. And there's a lot more investors and banks interested in nuclear now. They can see that mechanism's in place. But ultimately, what it means is, you pay up front to enable you to have a lot of electricity delivered from a very small geographical footprint for a very, very long period of time, probably 80 years. So, way beyond our lifetimes, those power stations, the next generation of power stations will be producing electricity and helping to ensure that we don't have what we've got at the moment, which is an overexposure to the volatility of fossil fuel prices.
Certainly.